please rise in honor of today's graduates who have worked very hard to get to this moment in their lives. Seated in the center of the arena are doctoral candidates, their faculty mentors, and many of the over 7,000 master's students who are graduating today. In addition to our graduates who study at any of ASU's campus locations, we are celebrating graduates who have completed degrees through the ASU Online program. ASU Online has over 6,000 bachelor's, master's, and doctoral graduates in the fall class of 2024. These Sun Devils are located across the United States and abroad, and many have traveled to join us here on Tempe campus. We welcome our online graduates and all of today's graduating students to today's graduation celebration. We would like to recognize the sign language interpreters for today's ceremony and our soloists, Shaul Lequette Moore and Carlos Feliciano. All of today's music is performed by the Sonoran Brass Choir. Please remain standing and join Shaul Lequette Moore, who is graduating with a Master of Music in Vocal Performance in singing the National Anthem. Gentlemen, please remove your hats.
Twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Shaul. Platform party members, graduates, family, friends, and faculty, please be seated. The placing of the University Mix by Grant Marshall Kawam signals the beginning of this official university ceremony. The graduating class, members of the Arizona Board of Regents, together with university administrators, faculty, and staff, welcome you to this Arizona State University graduate commencement ceremony. It is my pleasure to introduce the 16th President of Arizona State University, Dr. Michael M. Crow. President Crow.
So, here we are gathered in this small room in one of hundreds of buildings at this massive university to recognize and honor each of you who are graduating with a graduate degree, a PhD, a special doctorate, or a master's degree, which means that you've been at this for a long time. So, who is ready to be done with all of this? Who wants to be called doctor after today? Who's already cheating and having people call them doctor? So universities are kind of weird. I know we have a lot of visitors here. There's people watching. People have come in from all over the country, come in from all over the world, and universities are out there right now, and a lot of people get confused as to what we do. There's a lot of confusion. We don't just produce people that think that they're know-it-alls. No one laughs at that. It takes one to know one. And so, we're involved in all kinds of things. And so I just want to say a little bit about why we're here as an institution, who we are that makes the institution work, and what we do. So the why, let's put up ASU's charter. There it is behind me and on some of the other screens. And so we decided some time ago to make certain that our university took on a special purpose, a special meaning, 3 parts to that meaning, as illustrated in the charter. First, that we will be an institution that measures our success based on who we include versus who we exclude and how they succeed. And what that means, therefore, is that we're not a university that brags about the fact that 95% of the people that applied were sent packing. We're a university that focuses on making certain that we bring every qualified person to the institution and help them to be successful. That's the core of our concept of inclusive excellence. It means you work hard, you earn your way into the institution, we find ways to help you, and then you move on. And this year, both graduate students and undergraduate students will graduate about 40,000 people on that model. And they'll go out with some of the finest degrees that exist anywhere in the world. The second thing that we do in the charter is that we pursue research and discovery and creation and creativity and new things that are for the people, for the public. We don't do these things for self-edification, although it may appear like that when a person works for 6 years on their dissertation. Anybody work 6 years on their dissertation? A couple back there. I hope it was good. We do it so that the people that support the institution and our country and the world can benefit. So we pursue public value, public outcomes, public enhancement, and then lastly, and really, really importantly, we focus on taking responsibility. This is something that I think universities haven't done enough of, and it's, I think, one of the reasons that universities are on the hot seat now. They're not sequestered encampments of privileged individuals who are accumulating resources and given every kind of benefit that society can possibly give to someone so that they can run off and play with marbles all by themselves. How about taking responsibility for the outcomes of our society, our economic outcomes, our health and well-being outcomes, our competitiveness outcomes, our future building things outcomes. And so this institution is built around this charter. This is our why. This is why we exist. This is what we work toward. This is what we hold ourselves accountable to. Now, who does this? We have 6,000 faculty members, 35,000 support staff, about 41,000 people get a check from us, including a lot of students that work for the institution also. Those 40,000 or so people, faculty and staff, devote their life energy to making certain that you can come here and have the experience that you've had in your graduate program, so that hundreds of thousands of other learners and students can also be here so that they can get what they need to move their lives forward. It's not an easy thing to think about, it's not an easy thing to run, because there's so many subjects, so many topics, so many ways of doing things. And for those of you that are graduate students today, you've been deeply influenced, hopefully, by your faculty members. And so I'd like the ASU faculty members that are here today to stand so that we might all recognize them for what they do on behalf of the entire faculty. So we ask our faculty, we have to stay standing, we ask our faculty to master their subject, as well as anybody that has ever come, to understand the totality of the subject space that they're in. We ask our faculty to be master teachers, to improve on their teaching, to modernize their teaching, to technologically enhance their teaching, to learn how to teach across the broadest spectrum of students that you can imagine. And the faculty that are here with us, we also ask them to create new ideas, new concepts, new tools, new conceptualizations, new forms of art, new forms of creativity, new forms of expression. That's all we ask our faculty to do. So I just want to say thank you to each of you for what you contribute. So thank you. Now, that was the why. That was part of the who. I'd also like to recognize that people could just stand or raise their hands if you're on the staff, but not on the faculty of Arizona State University. I'd like to recognize all of you also. Including some of you that work for us. So thank you. You make everything work. You support this unbelievable institution. So here's an example of what we do. So So we're graduating master's students and doctoral students, and a few of our students were just involved in an object that's about 30 meters long, weighs about 7 tons. It's traveling at 70,000 miles an hour right now to the moon Europa, 380 million miles away, that's orbiting around Jupiter. This moon is really important to us as a little inquisitive kind of ape as we are. We'd like to know why this moon, which has a water beneath ice, how does it work? Is there possibly life on that moon? And that object that's hurtling through space right now to cover these 380 million miles, it's called the Europa Clipper. One of the main instruments on the Europa Clipper was designed, developed, and built by our staff, our students, and our faculty. And so it's one of the kinds of things that we do. I like to tell people all the times when they come to me and they say, well, you're the dumb guys over at the universities. There's those that teach and those that do. Well, yeah, we teach and we also build things that go to moons orbiting Jupiter at the same time. So, maybe it's not quite what you think. And so the why, our charter, the who, our faculty and staff, the what we do is we create an environment at the graduate level in which you all are advancing new ideas, new concepts, new theories, new practices at the highest order. So we're also here for all of you that are graduating today to thank your family, thank the people that brought you here, thank the workers driving taxis and Ubers that pay taxes, that help support your work that is here. We live in a country where the bet is on you. And if you're from another country, the bet is on you also. People have sent you here. They support you. They want you to do great things. You're in a privileged, very, very small group of people. Very few people get master's degrees in the context of the whole society. Almost no one gets doctoral degrees in the context of the whole society. People working at McDonald's are paying taxes for you to be able to be here to pursue your PhD. They're doing that because it is for the good of our society, and you all are here as a part of that. So I'd like those of you that are graduating today to just stand and applaud all the people that helped bring you here, just to say thank you. A very short message, thank you. I heard the other day, and this is just about your duty going forward. You might not think you have duty. You might think, well, listen, I paid these people a bunch of money so I can get my doctoral degree or my master's degree, and I don't know anybody anything because I'm like a smart person. No. You're a selected person. You have an assignment. If you're from the United States, or you live in the United States, or you're going to live in the United States, you're in the middle of one of the most significant experiments in human history, our democracy, and its forward progress, which is very, very unusual in the scheme of human history. You could be like some of these people I was listening to the other day. I mean, I don't know what to call these people. They're like rich celebrities, and they don't like the outcome of the election, so they say they're packing it in and moving somewhere else. I'm like, well, then give me your passport because I don't want to see you anymore. You're like, yeah, exactly. You're running away from the country that requires constant building. You're wanting, and it doesn't make any difference if you're American or not. America needs to succeed on every level, social levels, cultural levels, every possible level, intellectual levels, creativity levels. So, I guess my message to you is that there's no walking in and inheriting all the work of others that came before you that makes the country what it is today. Unbelievable achievements, unbelievable foundation, unbelievable aspirations. There's no like walking into that and, oh, I'm so upset that people are arguing about political trajectories. I'm so upset, I can't stand it. I can't stand to hear this. You must not know anything about what it took to get here. 2 centuries of conflict, arguing, debating, winning, losing, advancing, retreating, winning, losing, advancing, retreating. And so there's no walking into a better future. There's only hard work. There's only the fight. There's only the drive. So I say this to people in my family and they don't really like it, and I've decided to say it to you. And it goes something like this. Everyone that's graduating today is gonna die. All of you. You don't know when. You don't know how. None of us do. What do you want them to say about you when you're dead? You know, they went on a lot of vacations and had really fine food at some great resorts. Is that what you want them to say about you? Or what did you do with what you've been given by what we're giving you here today? What are you going to do with that? What do you want them to say about you? You certainly want them to say, well, that was a nice, kind, loving person. Insufficient. What did you do? What did you push for? What did you make happen? And all of you have been wildly, boldly empowered to do these things. So all I can say to you is, think about that. Congratulations.
Thank you, President Crow. University Provost Nancy Gonzalez will introduce our outstanding graduate student video.
This day is a very proud day, not just for the graduates and their family and friends who have joined us for this wonderful event, but also for the university, faculty, and staff who have worked alongside the students to help them grow and develop into strong contributing members of our state, nation, and global communities. In their time at ASU, graduate students have learned much and accomplished a great deal. The following video represents a brief view of the accomplishments and hopes of a few of ASU's thousands of graduating students.
In addition to the outstanding students that you just saw in the video, we have other students who are here after having served in the American military, or they currently serve in the American military, protecting all of us that are here who have not done that service. And so I'd like our veterans and our active duty military folks to rise so we might recognize you and congratulate you.
Provost Nancy Gonzalez will now recognize outstanding graduate students for the fall of 2024.
Outstanding graduate students from each college are selected for recognition each spring and fall. The outstanding graduate for each college will come forward to receive a diploma case from Executive Vice Provost Pat Kenny on behalf of the graduates from their college. From the Sandra Day O'Connor College of Law, receiving a Master of Legal Studies in Outstanding Graduate, Margaret Christine Zong. Congratulations to Margaret and all graduates from the O'Connor College of Law. The Thunderbird School of Global Management is proud to present outstanding graduate Pearl Chang Esau, who is receiving a Master of Global Management.
President Crow, it is my pleasure to present these PhD candidates to you. They have fulfilled all requirements for this degree and are worthy of that distinction.
You guys are all ready for this? Let's hear some noise from you all. So therefore, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Arizona Board of Regents on the recommendation of the outstanding world-class faculty of Arizona State University, I hereby confer upon each and every one of you the PhD degree and welcome you to the company of scholars, thinkers, dreamers, with all of its rights, honors, privileges, and most importantly, obligations. Congratulations, doctors.
PhD candidates and their mentors please be seated?
The professional doctorates represent the highest degrees awarded in their respective professions, with the candidates for the Doctor of Audiology, Doctor of Behavioral Health, Doctor of Business Administration, Doctor of Education, Juris Doctor, Doctor of Musical Arts. Please rise and be recognized. Each candidate has chosen a professor to have the honor of investing the hood. Mentors, please stand and perform the symbolic ritual of investiture.
Doctor of Musical Arts, Vocal Performance. The recessional will immediately follow the alma mater. Please remain in your places until the recessional has been completed and the platform party and graduates have departed from the arena. Thank you. Congratulations, graduates!
Dean James Collifello. Now, to lead the ceremony, Dr. Kyle Squires.
So you will go out to where you come from. And then to me, I think that's exciting. And what I'm saying to you is that then since you graduate either as with your bachelor's, don't forget education. I am a young 87. And I love education. Driving down here today, I says, gee, we're getting slow on the campus. We only count four cranes up there. So I would talk to Michael about getting back and getting this thing moving forward more. But it's exciting to what we have. It's exciting for what you have. You have a great I don't know what got you to select this great university and this great college, but I'm glad you did because we need you. I want to wish you nothing but the greatest. I want to thank your parents for getting you here. I want to thank for these professors putting up with you, and I love you. Thank you.
So indeed, a huge thank you to Ira and the entire Fulton family. So what we would next like to do is recognize two groups of our graduates. The first group we're going to recognize are winners of the 2024 Dean's Dissertation Award. Now, I was just informed we had one last graduate. We checked their exam scores. Sparky's graduating! Sparky's getting their PhD in thermal energy. Get it? Thermal energy, Sparky, get it?
Oh, master. How tasty, oh.
All graduates, please rise. Congratulations to the class of 2024. One more time, with feeling. Let's congratulate the class of 2024.
All right, congratulations. There are only two remaining assignments for our graduates. The first is we want you to definitely stay in touch with us. In person, on social media, whatever works. We want to hear from you. That is important. And the second assignment, perhaps the most important, pay it forward. You benefited from help along the way. Be on the lookout for opportunities to help others. It makes a difference. So this concludes our ceremony. I have alerted Mill Avenue. You are on the way. They are prepared. So before we go, a few instructions. The platform party will stand and walk out first. Graduates, please stay where you are until the platform party has reached the tunnel. For our master's graduates, only our master's graduates, you can collect your diploma covers as you exit the west tunnel. And then guests, finally, please meet your graduates outside. The staff needs to get the arena prepared for the next ceremony. Thank you so much for being here. It's been terrific. Have a safe and fun afternoon. One more thing. Go Devils!